guys, Thogden here, welcome back to a brand new video. Now today, we've got a little bit more of a serious topic for you today. We're going to be going into the depths of Manchester United. They just lost at home 6-1 to Tottenham Hotspur. They didn't get the Sancho deal done. This is one of the biggest football clubs in the world with 600 million fans. And things are going wrong.
What's going wrong and what should be done? We're taking a top-down approach to this. We're going to talk about the owners, the board of directors, the manager.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the players and the fans.
Let's start with the top, and that is the Glazers. Now, if you don't know who they are, they own Tampa Bay in the NFL in America. So they don't just own the football club, which is Manchester United.
Absolutely. Now, the funny thing is, when I was growing up, the owner was the local butcher, Lewis Edwards. And then in 1989, some bloke called Michael Knighton tried to buy Man United for 20 million quid.
It's crazy how times have changed.
It's amazing. So it's not always been this multi-billion pound enterprise.
Yeah.
2003, the Glazers come in. They start buying shares. 2 years later, they own 100% of the club.
Crazy.
Now, immediately, the fans hated them for one simple reason. Not because they're American, but because of the way they bought it.
Yeah.
It cost 800 million quid, but most of that money wasn't their own. It was debt.
Yeah.
And what happens when you take debt? You've got to pay interest, haven't you, Theo?
Yeah, exactly.
And do you know how much they had to pay every year?
60 million?
That is correct.
Yeah.
So when you're spending 60 million on interest payments, you can't spend money on other things, can you, Theo?
Exactly. So they're basically sucking 60 million out of the club every year. Yeah. And that's money away from buying players, away from their transfer budgets, sucked out. And it's still to this day is happening.
Now, over 15 years, they reckon that 1.5 billion quid has been spent on repaying debt, interest, banker fees, dividends. Yeah.
And this is one of the biggest football clubs in the world, just taking money out. Like a business, not a football club.
To this day, there's still 400 million quid of debt on the balance sheet of Man United. Secondly, we want to talk about the board of directors, which is different to the owners. Now, there's 12 people on the board of directors. Do you know what the names of 6 of them are?
Glazers?
Absolutely.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, all right.
So whatever they say, they've got 6 of them to back them up on.
Yeah.
That's basically just controlling the club.
Back in the day, when Sir Alex Ferguson was the manager, he was everything. He was manager, he was director of football, he was CEO, But when he went, that's when the problem came. Do you know what a director of football is, dear?
Yeah, of course. It's someone who makes the decisions of signings, the squad, the manager, just everything football side of the business.
Absolutely. So if you look at Liverpool and if you look at Man City, they've got a director of football.
Of course they do, yeah.
Yeah. Now at Manchester United, you've got a guy called Ed Woodward. You've probably heard of him.
Yeah, of course. A lot over the last few weeks. But he's not a massive football fan. He's more of a business-minded guy, isn't he, Dad?
Absolutely. Now, this is a guy, he's a director, and he also takes a salary of 3 million quid a year.
A year?
And I'll tell you what he's very good at is business.
Okay. Yeah.
He's very good at doing a deal with a noodle sponsor, isn't he, in China?
Right, but this is a football club, and the fact they don't have a director of football means he's making the football-sided decisions.
Correct.
And that's where the problems come in.
Now, have they done a good job of selecting the manager?
David Moyes was a flop. Van Gaal didn't end well. Now they've got Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And after the result last night, it's hard to say that he was doing well as well.
And not forgetting Jose Mourinho.
Of course.
So my argument is the biggest problem with Man United is their structure.
Yeah.
Is their architecture. Now at Liverpool, they've got it exactly right. So Klopp is backed up by a brilliant director of football or sporting director. At Man United, it's just a shambles. When you don't have a proper sporting director, you make bad decisions.
Exactly.
You overpay, but also you miss out on good signings, don't you, Theo?
Apart from the money they've splashed, let's talk about the players they've failed to sign. Upamecano. They were happy to splash 80 million on Harry Maguire, but no money into one of the best up-and-coming centre-backs, Upamecano at RB Leipzig. Erling Haaland as well at Dortmund. Had that Norwegian link with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Everybody thought that was going to happen. He ended up going to Dortmund because they couldn't agree terms. Let's talk about the main one, Jadon Sancho. I think they had to cough up something like 120 million to Dortmund, and he was theirs. Dortmund were willing to sell him, but they were dealing with 5 or 10 million quid, and that is what made them not sign him. And today, instead of Jadon Sancho, they've signed Amad Traore for £25 million from Atalanta. That man has only played 25 minutes of professional football in the Serie A. 25 minutes, that's it. He's 18 years old. They're risking it on him rather than paying 120 for a man that they'll know will smash the Premier League and can walk into the team. I'm not too sure about that decision for me.
Let's not forget Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah.
Now, they got him in the end.
I think that was a good signing.
It was a good signing, but they messed around and they got him too late. And they were arguing over 5 or 10 million quid here and there.
It's just stupid, isn't it?
Often you go to football grounds and you hear, sack the board.
Right.
And on this occasion, the Glazers, if I was them, I would sack the board.
Yeah.
I'd bring in a better, smaller board.
100%.
And then what I do is I bring in a director of football and run the club properly.
Exactly. Run it like a football club, not a business. You need someone who's going to actually go in there and bring you cash to spend. And then the money will come back from success, trophies, Champions League runs, TV money. That's the way to run a football club, not sucking out 60 million every year, because that is a disgrace.
Now let's talk about the manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Now we've said all along he's not the right man, haven't we, Theo?
We have, and to be honest, he's a man that came in with no experience.
Yeah.
He managed Cardiff and Molde.
Absolutely, Theo. Now the Norwegian league is equivalent to our third tier, isn't it? Our Division 1.
Right.
And at Cardiff, he didn't exactly fill himself with glory. He lasted 9 months and Cardiff got relegated.
It comes down to the big game. Like the big games last night. The fact the players dropped their heads when they lost a red card.
It looked as if the players didn't know what they were supposed to do.
It looked like they were playing without confidence. And the manager's job is to keep them confident and happy. And that was not what we saw on the pitch yesterday.
Absolutely. And by all accounts, Ole is a lovely guy. He's a club legend. But that's not enough.
Right.
You need a world great as a manager. Bring in Pochettino. Bring in a director of football. Now let's talk about the players, and we've already said that Man United have got the highest wage bill in the league.
Cavani and Alex Telles have been here we go'd by Fabrizio Romano, saying they're pretty much done and will be happening today because it is transfer deadline day. So they will be getting a backup striker, they will be getting a left back to play in the team. Apparently, they've also signed Amad Traore, who's an 18-year-old unproven player from Atalanta. And like I said earlier on in the video, this man is the man who's going to be playing as backup winger instead of going in for a man like Sancho. I don't get it. This is basically just to keep the Manchester United fans happy, in my opinion.
Finally, let's talk a bit about the fans, because that's what football's all about, isn't it, Theo?
Right.
And in 2005, when the Glazers took control, there was the Love United, Hate Glazers campaign. What do you reckon to that, Theo?
Well, I mean, it's fair enough. I mean, they love their club and they hate the Glazers, and the way they've run it is poor.
They're the guys that wear green and gold scarves.
Yeah.
Because Newton Heath, that was the former Man United club.
That's what
they used to wear those colours.
Yeah. You just got to keep protesting, keep fighting. As a Bolton fan,
yeah,
we've seen it before. To conclude this video,
you need a new board of directors, you need a sporting director, you need a new manager, and then you need to spend £250 million wisely.
United fans, I wish you the best of luck this season. We're Bolton fans, and I know there's meant to be a rivalry, but I've seen the way your club is run, and I can now understand that it's pretty poor. So best of luck to you this season. I hope you turn things around, and thank you for watching this video to the end.
Brilliant, all the best.
Smash the like button, subscribe for more content of the Premier League around here, and yeah, take care guys, have a good one, bye.